Hey everyone, I think we're live, which is all good. Live for once. Just me on my own this week. Now, I can see already that Paul Mansell is on the chat, and first thing to ask is, what do you think of my tweed shirt, Paul? I feel like I've taken your core jacket and I've raised you with a tweed shirt. Anyway.
Hey,
everyone,
I think we're live.
Let's turn that down. There we go. So, live this week, a live Friday show. What have we got coming up? We've got some ukulele news, a little bit of ukulele news. I say a little bit. There's one bit of very exciting news in there that I'm going to come on to. Then we have what I'm calling now Paul's ukulele content. So Paul's sending us a little video to let us know what he's doing during the week. And we've got that. Now, this week, I've got some questions. And so for anyone who's new here, we normally do questions with the chat when we premiere the video. When it's not live, we all chat along and we do questions in there. So this week, I've got some questions and it's based around Paul's ukulele content. So I've got another question as well, but I'll come on to that later. Paul's ukulele content. At the end of the video, I've got on my little auto cue here that I was going to ask 3 questions. Now, the 3 questions are that I was going to ask, or the 3 points I was going to make, I should say. Number 1, it won't look good on your wall. Number 2, is it a bit of fun for a fiver? Is it? Number 3 was, you can't say they've been tied by someone with no arms. And there should be a number 4 there, which is a hashtag, please don't cancel Paul. Because some of the stuff he says in these videos, you could easily cancel him for. So at the end of Paul's video, I say those 3 things. It won't look good on your wall. Is it a bit fun for a fiver? And then you can't say they've been tied by somebody with no arms. The question is, what is Paul talking about in his video this week that makes me say those 3 things, or would have made me say those 3 things afterwards? So that's this week's question. And then there's another question which I'll ask in a minute. I'll come to the chat because there's loads of messages on the chat already. What else is coming up today? So we've got a section after that I can't tell you about yet, because it's about one of our news sections. And then we're ending today with an interview with James Aldred from the Southport Ukulele Lending Library. He's also from a group called Ukulele Buddies. And Ukulele Buddies, along with the Ukulele Project and Southport Library, have set up this ukulele lending library where people can go in and borrow ukulele. But it's so much more than that. There's so much more going on. So I've got an interview with James coming up at the end of the show. So stick around for that. Let's have a little look at some of these chats, shall we? All I can see at the minute is Paul Mansell saying, "Ooh, that's weird that Tracy refers to KD as daddy. Too much info." I haven't read what that's actually in Ada. Oh, okay. Hi, Daddy. Yeah, okay. That's my little boy Jesse. It's not Tracy. He does this a lot. He likes to comment as her because we don't allow him his own logins, but he does it on all sorts of things, and it can be quite embarrassing. Hi, Jess. Hi, Jess. Thanks for watching, Jess. You should be in bed probably, but never mind. Right, let's go back through some of these comments quickly before I do my news. Hi, Sue. How's the headache, John? And Lurgy, Katie. The Lurgy's okay. I'm feeling a lot better. I've still got a bit of a cough, so I might cough every now and again. John, I hope you're feeling better too. Hi, Ren. Evening, John. Evening, Paolo. Anorak wearers, Paolo. That's a bit rude, isn't it? Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Sue. Did I say hi, Sue? I think I did. John, good. Headaches much improved. Oh, there's a lot of chat going on. Hey, Bongo Boy. Why aren't you here? Why have you gone home and I'm still here? Hi, Rachel. Shamai. Oh, love a bit of Shamai. I'm glad you like the tweed, Paul. I'm glad you like the tweed. I mean, it's a shirt, Paul. It's not a jacket, but it's a shacket, let's say. If you don't know what one of those is, Paolo, Google it. Who else we got on the chat? Right, I'm trying to catch up on all the chat, but there's so much. It's such a chatty bunch. Hi, Lynn. Lynn says she won't cancel Paul. Well, give it half an hour. Yeah, you refer to me as Daddy Paul. Who else we got on here? Core, blimey. It's me. Hi, Dad. Hi, Jess, again. Right, okay, I've caught up with the chat. News. So, a couple of bits of news this week. I'm going to start with the big news, which is so big that nobody but me knows anything about it. So, Paolo doesn't know anything about it. Bongo Boy doesn't know anything about it. Abby knows a little bit about it, but she's not here. She's on holiday, so she won't be chatting, I don't think. So, we have decided that this year we are going to do... Hold on, I have a splash screen. Let's see if this works. We are going to do... Is that working? Yes, it is. The Anarchy in the Ukulele Awards, 2023 awards. It says nominations are now open. They kind of will be. We'll get onto that later on in the news. But so yeah, we thought we would do a little award ceremony at the end of the year. It's probably going to be our last Friday show before Christmas when we will do it, and we'll do a live show, and we're going to get guests on to come and announce some of the awards, some of our friends in the ukulele world, maybe even some of you chatting. Who knows? So what we're going to do is we're going to do an award ceremony, and there's a whole bunch of categories for these awards. So later on in the show today, I'm going to go through the categories, and what we are after is we're after nominations for each of the categories. So you don't have to come up with them right now tonight, but what we'd like you to do is email us in nominations for each of the categories. And I'll go through the categories in a bit, but it's things like ukulele player of the year, best ukulele band, best ukulele album of the year, things like that. So I'll go through the whole list of categories and I'll put those up. But we're quite excited by this. So our first ever ukulele awards. I know there's other awards and shops do a lot of these are the best ukuleles of this year, and there'll be some of that in our awards, but we want to make it a bit more personal. So we want to get lots of people involved, and next year we're going to do the same. So this year it's going to be online, and we're going to do it as our last Friday show. Next year we're going to book a nice venue somewhere, and we're going to make an evening of it, and hopefully you guys can all come along. We're going to have lots of people playing and bands playing and entertainment. I'm sure there will be a drink or two around the place, and we will do a live awards ceremony, which I think would be really good. I'm very excited by that. I know Abby's extremely excited by any opportunity to dress up and have a drink. So... am I talking really fast again? I feel like I'm talking really fast. When I'm on my own, I talk faster than normal. So that was our first news article. Our second news article was, I thought I'd just give a little plug to the new podcast that I'm involved with, the You Can Talk podcast, because the trailer for this went out this week, and the first episode is going out next week. So there's a little, about 10, 11, 12 minute trailer out at the minute, and that is everywhere that you could listen to a podcast. It is also on YouTube, and there is a Uke and Talk YouTube channel. So if you stick that into the search in YouTube, you will find that. But it's available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, practically everywhere that you can listen to podcasts, you'll find it. So just type in Uke and Talk, and we should come up and have a little listen to our trailer this week. Please do subscribe to that, and you'll get the first show next week as well. So I thought what I would do here, and then I'm going to check the comments while this is playing, is I'm just going to give you a little taste of the trailer, just the very first section of the trailer. So I hope that you enjoy this. So none of us know what a trailer is.
Nope.
No.
other than coming soon, and you need that voice.
Oh wow, yeah. I feel that you regretted halfway through doing the deep coming soon. You regretted trying it.
I don't know what you mean.
Coming soon to theaters.
Yeah, that was better. I mean, the American accent helps as well, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
Our accents don't lend themselves to blockbuster Hollywood movies.
No. If I go for the full Birmingham accent, coming soon, it's just not. It doesn't work.
Are you from Birmingham?
I'm from Dudley.
From Dudley? Trailer. And that's a little tiny clip of the trailer. Me, Sammy, and Viggy having a good chat. Everything ukulele and everything in between. Well, I think we said, or our tagline was, it's ukulele to ukulele, and then everything in the whole world that's in between those two things. And yeah, so like I say, that's out. Trailer's out now. Full episode of the first episode goes out next week. And then it will be once a month. We've got guests coming on. Some people you will know, some people you might not know. So go and have a listen to that. Right, I'm going to catch up with some of this chat because there's loads of it. Thank you, Barney. I am feeling better. Bongo Boy, we've got to talk about the weather then, haven't we? I hope everybody is safe and at home. And there's only me that's stupid enough not to be at home at the minute. We've had so many floods around here today. We sent all the staff, went home early. They all left early because the roads were getting so bad that we didn't think they would be able to get through. So I'm still here. So whether I'm going to be able to go home or not at any point this weekend is still to be seen. Ren saying hello to Lynn. Let me see. So John, yeah, you've been driving halfway down the country by the looks of it. I mean, it's awful. I had a drive out earlier to see whether people would be able to get home from work, because at one point we thought we were all having a sleepover here tonight, and there would have been about 6 or 7 of us sleeping over. 6, I think. 5. I'm only saying because I know Bongo Boy will correct me if I get the numbers wrong. In a minute he'll type it's 5 people. And so I had a little drive round, and it is absolutely mad out there. Where we are in the middle of nowhere, and we're literally hemmed in, and I think there's probably one road that people managed to get out on tonight. And I lost the number plate of my car driving through it this morning on the way in as well, which is a bit annoying. Rach says, ooh, Posh Awards screen. Yeah, and Posh Awards, hopefully. I mean, I think I might go full DJ for the awards, even the online version. What else have we got on the chat? The Yukis. I like the Yukis. Perhaps we'll adopt that as a little nickname for it, Sue. I like that. Sue's always good with this stuff, isn't she? It's the funny thing about doing this show live compared to normally we're chatting along is that I'm now trying to do both. So I'm trying to answer the chats and do a show. But I do like the Yukis, so I think we might have to go that. Yeah, I think everybody is very wet today. And the answer for the person most deserving of getting KD's Revelator goes to... Funny you should say that, John. I mean, we might do... I don't know if it'll be Revelator, but I was thinking alongside the awards and on the night, we might do some kind of auction for charity. And I haven't decided which ukulele it'll be yet, but it will be a very, very good ukulele that is very, very worth having. That's all I'm going to say at this moment, but we'll do some kind of auction on the night as well. So it's probably going to be a long show that night, but it's going to be a fun one. Hi, Stephen. Welcome to the Anarchy. Paul needs the rev. Can people stop saying, do you know, the more people say that Paul's going to get my Revelator, the less chance he's going to get anything for Christmas this year. Other than maybe a pair of boxer shorts with my face on like he got last year. Anyone hasn't watched that, watch our Christmas gift video last year. It's very funny. John has subscribed on Pocket Cast. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. I've already listened to it. I love it. That will be Jessie again. Thank you, Jess. Ren's just followed the podcast. Thank you very much. Paul will listen to it on his 1980s Walkman. That doesn't surprise me at all, Paul. I'll put it on tape for you. What else have we got on here? I'm going to have to stop with the chat soon. Sammy's flight ukulele for auction. Well, I'll tell you what, Bonnie. We do have one coming, and that might be in the running. I'm not going to commit to a specific ukulele yet, but it will be a very, very good and nice ukulele to have. Right. Okay. So, I've completely forgot where I'm up to. That was our new segment. We've now got Paul's ukulele content. So, nobody's answered my question, which is, what is Paul talking about in here? That would have made me, after we watch it, say, it won't look good on your wall. Is it a bit of fun for a £5? Or you can't say that. Or, no, sorry, you can't say it had been tied by someone with no arms. Hashtag please don't cancel Paul. Right, well, you were rubbish because no one actually joined in with that. So, what's happened? Oh, I don't know if everyone else lost me there, but I accidentally turned my computer off for a second. So, let's play Paul's ukulele content. Where are we? Here we go. Hope you enjoy.
Hello everybody, this week I got a new ukulele to play with that I thought I'd show you. So my dad quite often goes into charity shops, and when he's in there, if ever he finds a guitar or a ukulele, he always sends me a message saying, "Oh, I found this, is it something you're interested in?" And this week he sent me a message saying he'd found a ukulele that was handmade in Sheffield for £5. And I thought, well, that seems too good to be true if it's handmade in Sheffield. So I said, yep, get that. So he duly bought it. And then I popped over to see him on the weekend, very excited to pick the ukulele up. And this is what we got. It wasn't quite what I was expecting, but there you go. So what we've actually got here, it's branded as a Sheffield ukulele, and then if you look very carefully inside, it doesn't actually say handmade, it says handmade quality. So I don't think they're quite suggesting it's handmade. I think they're suggesting it's the quality of handmade. It's actually made by a company called Street Life GmbH, so a German company. I've looked this ukulele up. I can't find a lot out about it. I think it was available in one of the sort of cheap supermarkets for around £20-25. Street Life GmbH are still going. If you go on their website, they sell a lot of musical instruments, and this ukulele is listed. When you click on it, well, you can't click on it. You go to click on it and you can't. So there's absolutely no information about it. If you go on a certain auction website, there's quite a few of these on there, and they seem to be retailing for about £15 to £25. So let's have a look at what we've got before I play it to you. It's sort of, I think it's made of balsa wood, to be honest. I think that it's been self-painted, so I don't think it was a kit. But I wouldn't be surprised if it came sort of a completely blank canvas and then someone has painted it this, well, I don't know what to make of that really. It's groovy, isn't it? A little bit psychedelic. It's a soprano sized ukulele, and it's got geared tuners. Okay, it's got 17 frets. And you can see where someone's painted it. While I'm assuming it's been painted, I can't imagine it would come out of the shop floor like this. And also you can see that the nut has sort of been painted as well. So various bits that shouldn't have been painted have been as well. It's got a strap button there. I think they're Aquila strings. I don't know if you can see that, but I think if it came out of shop floor tied like that, I don't know. I can't imagine it did. But then at the same time, I'd be quite surprised if someone changed the strings. I mean, they look like they've been tied by someone with no arms, maybe. So I don't know if someone has restrung it. Maybe not. So I'll give it a little go. I've given it a tune up. The problem with it is it's got intonation issues, and I played with it for about 10 minutes, and there was certain pieces that I can play that sounded awful, and certain pieces that I played that sounded a little bit more in tune. So I'll play you something that sounded a little bit more in tune ish. I struggle a little bit with soprano ukuleles, so this might be a little bit hit and miss because I'm used to a bigger size now, having started on one of these, but we'll have a little play anyway. There you go, truly awful. That's it at its best, I would say. If I play something classical, as I go up the neck, that one, it just gets more and more out of tune. So it's got an intonation problem. I've tried to sort of sort it out. I've given it a good tune. Well, so I've given it a good tune. I think basically it's got slightly high action. So there you go, that's what I make of it really. I mean, basically you can get a decent ukulele now for 25 quid anyway. You can get a Macala Dolphin for 25 or 30 pounds, and they're really good. I mean, it's just about... It's just about playable. So would it do for a beginner? Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes these bad ukuleles can put people off. I mean, it's fun for a fiver, isn't it? And it helped a charity shop out. It'll look good on my wall, won't it? It's quite a funky looking thing. I don't think I'm going to be playing it anytime soon though. So there you go. That's what I've been up to this week. Enjoy the rest of the show. Take care. Bye now.
My favourite bit of that, Paul, is when you go, literally finish playing and go, yeah, truly terrible. Which is like, it's the best review of a ukulele ever. I do have more questions about that ukulele. One is, it seems that it's out of tune with open strings when you were playing it, but it gets more in tune as you were playing up the neck, but you were playing bar chords and stuff. So obviously when you went up the neck on the classical piece, it's going out of tune on compared to the open strings, but it held its tune better on the first piece that you were playing, which was one observation, which I think would mean that it's the action that's too high, because then you're kind of zeroing the action when you're barring, or pulling the action down from the nut. I don't know. And then the other observation was how bendy was that C string when you were playing the first little bit. It's literally coming halfway across the ukulele. Anyway, so that was Paul's ukulele content. I do like your ukulele content, Paul. It does make our show a little bit more ukulele based every week, so there will be more of that next week. I think we've got plenty in the bag now to put them in the next couple of weeks. So, what are we doing next? We're going back to the Ukulele Awards. This is what we're doing. The UKIS, as they have now been called. So, back to the Ukulele Awards, which we have here. And then our categories for the Ukulele Awards. Now, I'm not against adding in some more categories. I don't want too many more, but if anyone has some really good ideas, stick it in the chat or send it over to us. But these are the categories that we are looking at the minute. So, best value ukulele 2023. So, I'm saying up to £150 mark. Value, budget, beginner, I don't know. But I thought value for that one. Then best mid-price, so £150 to £600. Best top end, £600 and over, which obviously can go sky high. But again, what we want for these is we want some nominations for which ukuleles you'd like. I would like all of these awards to be voted for by you guys and by people watching our video. So we will put all of this out in another video in the next week, with how you kind of nominate and how we get those first round of nominations in, and then we'll do another video where we go to the voting for it, and you can then it'll be an online poll where you can put your vote in for each category. So what else have we got? Best new ukulele of 2023. So the first ones, the value, mid-price and top end, can be any ukulele that has been released whenever you like, but we want to go, what are you voting for this year as the best in those categories? Then we've got the best new ukulele, so anything that's been released only in 2023. I've got a few that I could think of I could nominate for that. Certainly the Revelator, which I know isn't new to 2023, but the Carla Revelator is. So I think that would go into there as well. I think Sammy's ukulele that's coming out might get into that. There's the Flight Comets that might get into that. There's a whole bunch of new things that could get into that one. Best YouTube channel. Now, what we are going to say is we're not going to be in any of these categories because we're running the awards. So we are ruling ourselves out of winning. Not that we would probably win anyway, but ruling ourselves out of being in any of these categories. So best YouTube channel, there's a whole heap that you could choose from. I know some of my favourites. Some of my favourites are on the chat right now. But again, we'll need nominations so that everybody kind of goes in. What we'll do with the nominations is if we have too many for one category, it will be probably the top 4 that have the most nominations that get into the next round. So best YouTube channel. I should have put ukulele YouTube channel just before anybody kind of chimes in with, I don't know, some Lego channel or something like that. UK Ukulele Player of the Year kind of speaks for itself. Again, nominations needed for all of these. International Ukulele Player of the Year. Then we've got an up-and-coming ukulele player of the year that can be from anywhere. Can be UK-based, could be from wherever. We want to give people that perhaps wouldn't necessarily get nominated for the best player, but they're at the beginning of their journey and they're up-and-coming and they've kind of come onto the scene this year. That's really what I'd be looking for in that one. Best ukulele band / duo. Again, lots of bands that could be nominated for that. And then ukulele personality of the year. I put in there because obviously we've got player of the year and things like that, but there's personalities within the ukulele scene and certainly in the UK that perhaps aren't necessarily the best ukulele players, if that's the way you're viewing it. And so I thought it'd be really nice to have the ukulele personality of the year. Which could be somebody running a YouTube channel, or it could be somebody running a festival. Anything you like for that one. But again, we want the nominations in, and then the 4 people that get the most nominations will go into the next round. What else have we got? I'm squinting to see this. Best ukulele album. So pretty self-explanatory. Best ukulele book of 2023. So any music books, and there's been a few released this year, so that can go into there. Best ukulele podcast. I mean, technically You Can Talk isn't an Anarchy and the Ukulele podcast, just saying that, if anyone wants to nominate it once you've listened to it. I shouldn't say that because never mind, forget that. Best ukulele retail store. I was going to go UK based, but no, I thought we've got an awful lot of viewers and listeners in other countries, so let's open that up to all over the world, but the best ukulele retail store. And then Ukulele Festival of the Year, which again could be anywhere, I think, because our viewers are all over the place. So let's open it up to everywhere. That's what I've got at the minute. So nominations, we will put a video out. Like I say, next week we're going to put all of this into a slightly more cohesive video that tells you exactly what to do. In the meantime, if you want to nominate anybody, email us at hello@anarchyintheukulele.com. And but we'll put the video out next week. The awards will be in December. We'll confirm the date on there, but it's likely to be the last Friday show that we do in December. So we'll confirm all of that next week. The nominations are going to need to be in by the end of the second week in November, and then we'll probably have 2 to 3 weeks of voting on those so that we can pull all the awards together. If you've got any other ideas for categories, do send them over to us. Right, I'm going to just have a look through the chat because I can see some funny messages again. I'll try not to go backwards. I don't think I can get back to where we were because you're chatting away so much. It's really funny when you read the chat because you just see things like not sticky enough, Bongo Boy, with no relevance to what it is. Oh, how sticky was the ukulele? Paul, what I'm going to say about that as well, which I meant to say afterwards, is you didn't smell it. I mean, I know it's from a charity shop, but, you know, the first thing I would have done is the smell test on it. So if you could grab it now and let us know what it smells like, that would be brilliant. Someone said it can make a good table lamp. I think you found your revelator substitute there. Well, that's the nearest he's going to get, John. A relic finish. Put on a Fender logo and charge $5,000. I mean, it might rival some of the Fender ukuleles. So I sense it might end up going back to the charity shop. Yeah, that might maybe that'll be the second ukulele that we auction at the awards. Although I don't think Paul will let it go, if I'm honest. Paul played 10 pieces for found one in tune. Bongo Boy's trying to nominate us for all the things, but no, Bongo Boy, we're not going to be in the nominations. Yeah, he got that eventually. Have you seen Daniel Ho's new 3-string uke made by Romero Creations? No, I haven't. That's one we'll definitely have a look at, John. Sounds interesting. What's it tuned to if it's 3 strings? YouTube demo earlier this week. Right, we will have a look at that. Jesse says your best channel is your channel because I'm on it. As in, he's on it sometimes. Yeah. Perhaps Jesse, perhaps you'll get ukulele personality of the year. Who knows? Will there be a form everyone can fill in for nominations? Yes, Bongo Boy, because it will be your job to put all that together next week. So there will definitely be a form. Paul, it smelt like a sponge and a rusty spanner. That's a slightly weird combination. Rach says she'd never smell any of her school ukuleles. Yeah, that's probably a wise choice on that one. So yeah, I'm very excited about these awards. I'm excited about next year to have an actual ceremony so we can all meet up and we can get sort of everyone from the ukulele world in one place. Hopefully sometime kind of on the run up to Christmas, maybe not too close to Christmas next year, but I think it'd be a really good night. It'd kind of be almost like a little mini festival evening of lots of entertainment and awards and really, really good fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. But this year it'll be online, but we're going to make it a really special show. Lots of guests, lots of people coming and presenting and doing awards and all of that jazz. So that's our ukulele awards, the Ukis, as Sue has named them. All I've got left is the Southport Ukulele Lending Library, which, right, let me go back to the main screen. So yes, Southport Ukulele Lending Library. So James contacted us to say that he was doing this and would we feature him on our news article. and sent us some bits, but it looked so interesting that I thought, let's do an interview and find out all the details about it. So I've got a little interview with James all about it, and I'm going to play that to you now. Okay, so I'm here with James Aldred from Ukulele Buddies. That's right, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. We're a ukulele band based out of Ainsdale, which is a small village just outside Southport, in a hotbed of a ukulele community in Merseyside.
And we're talking today because in conjunction with Southport Library and the Atkinson Building and it's the ukulele project, but specifically it's the Northwest Ukulele Project and Nick. The ukulele project does a great job, but what you're doing sort of is this group is you've got together and produced something called the Ukulele Lending Library.
That's right, yeah. We realised probably about this time last year that we needed to do something for our local community. So our wonderful people here, I pitched to them that we should maybe create some funding to create a ukulele lending library in Southport. And they said yes. So we got some funding together to buy some new ukuleles. A whole load of people within the group gave away some of their ukuleles that maybe they started with. So we then had to think about how we could do this. So I started talking to Tara and Nick about how they've set up these kind of programs elsewhere in the country. And Nick was really keen to come on board with us because this would be our flagship and first rollout of a ukulele project event. And the people at Southport Library were really warm and encouraging. And what was really wonderful about this was that not only did they want to take the ukulele lending scheme, so that people go into a library, borrow a ukulele in the same way they would do a book or a DVD, they wanted to actually put on some training courses as well for beginners so that they could borrow a ukulele for a 6-week period, have some time with a teacher and learn how to play it. And then hopefully at the end of that, move on joining the community group. So we were able to get some funding for some extra ukuleles for the course from the Development Trust. And we also saw a local tutor, a wonderful lady called Carrie Woodward from Formby. And she goes under the banner of Carrie Uke on social media. And she's a really warm person, an encouraging person who is not just a musician, she's about bringing the best out of people. And she was really keen to support the project. So she's now leading the teaching sessions that are being funded by the library and the Atkinson Development Trust. And our launch event happened on the 7th of October. And within 2 hours, all of the ukuleles were loaned out. All of the beginners courses were full for the first event and half of them for the second event. And within a day of them being on the training, some of these people were going along to an open mic night.
Oh, wow.
Really, absolutely. That's the goal for us. The ukulele is the tool to help to connect people into new communities so that they can enjoy playing the music together and build a new friendship. So we've got a whole lot of stakeholders, local bands, play-along groups, open mic nights, tutors who have engaged with the program so that when they leave the program, they have all the information they need of what events are locally, how they can engage with them, and they can carry on with their ukulele journey.
That's amazing. I mean, I think, the thing is, and obviously, I've had a look into what you're doing and how you're doing it, is that it's so well thought through. Because sometimes you get these schemes, particularly lending schemes, where it's kind of, here's an instrument, here's a book, there you go, you can have it for a little while, and then people go home and don't really know what to do with it. So I think, the thing that's really impressed me is what you've done with the sort of the tutor sessions and things like that, and that it's for a decent period of time. At the end of it, there'll be groups forming, there'll be all sorts of things happening, I imagine.
I think one of the things that's really important to us as well was we needed to think about all of the people who are engaging with us. So we've got sopranos, we've got concerts, we've got tenors, we've got electro uke, if people want to plug in. So we thought about all of that, and I cannot recommend enough how amazing the ukulele project team have been, because they gave us all the material to be able to put together a guide on how to play, all the resources on their online community of song sheets, and all of the programming information to help Carrie to actually deliver the program. So we're hopefully replicating the great work that Tara's done down in London
Yeah.
here in Southport. And our heart would be that what we would see is other ukulele groups in our local area owning an area and partnering with a library and replicating what we're doing so that we can build up a strong community right across our area and encourage new people into playing ukulele.
I'm going to play one of your videos in a little bit. The one that I really want to play is from the launch. So you launched this in sort of early October. You've got sort of people coming along, watching what's happened. You've got people that have come along kind of to the first session that are sat round sort of beginning their journey straight away. And then there's a part of the video where there's a bit of a sing-along going along, and you've got people in the sort of the foyer of the library, I think it looks like, that are having such a good time. And that's what I loved about that video. I loved that it was kind of the inclusivity of people learning the ukulele. So, I mean, the launch event, how many people did you get down to the launch event?
I'd say that we probably had well over 100 people through the doors.
Wow.
And what we did for that is we really tailored it around what we thought the audience would require. So we did some big performance stuff. So Ukulele Buddies did a few numbers. And Karen did some numbers with some of her students, her existing students, and that was marvellous because many of them had never performed in front of an audience before.
Yeah.
So that was great. And then Nick joined the Ukulele Buddies, and it's the first time we played together, and it all went really, really well. In between the music, we did some presentations on how the loan scheme would work, what people would learn on the teaching scheme, and how they could get access to it. We also did some presentations on what the ukulele project is all about and how it's changing lives. And then after that, we had breakout sessions where people could go along and they could pick up a ukulele, have a try with it, but help them to learn whether they wanted a concert, tenor or soprano, talk to people from the group or from Nick or Harry about what the ukulele experience is like, or about the local groups and stakeholders that we've been engaging with. And it was a really great interactive session, and we loved that some of our friends came along and strummed along with us, and some of them actually got up on stage, as you'll see on the video, and just did an impromptu performance. And I think that's one of the things I love about this community. It's not pressures, we just enjoy playing music together, and if people want to get up and have a go, absolutely, that's always encouraging.
I'll tell you, I'm going to play the video now so everyone can see what we're talking about.
People together in the sessions, they build a friendship themselves, and as they do that, that then encourages them to go out en masse to some of the community events because it's less intimidating if you're doing it with other people who are on the same journey as you. So that for us is the mark of success will be the Ukulele Buddies. We always put people first rather than music. It's about encouraging everyone to be the best version of themselves, to realise their musical aspirations, but also to develop a friendship and the joy of playing music together. And if we can replicate that with some of our students that go through the learning scheme, that will make a tremendous difference to us. So the ukulele is the tool to help change lives.
So if they're in the Southport area, there's some more of these sort of running throughout the rest of this year. That's saying that you've got spaces on them. How do they get in touch with you?
But all they need to do, they can borrow a ukulele at any time. They're all out at the moment, but next week they'll be coming back after their initial 3-week loan. So they can go in and try one with no pressure, no need to sign up to a course or anything like that anytime. If they just put into Google Southport Ukulele Lending Library, it will be at the top of their page.
Cool. Well, thanks, James. Thanks for your time. And we'll speak again soon.
Thank you. And just keep on doing the amazing work. We really love the YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, there we have it. There is ukulele news that's just come in. A news flash. Paul's made quite a funny joke. And he said, "Did anyone in the library go shush?" Thought I'd put a little news flash in there. So the ukulele lending scheme, it's such a brilliant idea. To the point of that, I think it's really important. And I think if you've got, or if you're a member of a ukulele group, which some of the people watching here are going to be, it's something that could be organised anywhere. I'm sure Tara from the Ukulele Project, or any of the ukulele project leaders, directors across the country would be more than willing to help out and get involved with. And the reason why I think it's so important is because bringing new people into the world of ukulele means that there's more people to want to go to festivals, more people to want to attend gigs, to go to workshops. And I think for people that are playing in the ukulele scene and are gigging and doing workshops and earning their living from it, the more people that we can get into it, the better. And I just thought this was a genius way of introducing people into it. Because the other thing is, you can buy a ukulele for £20, £25, £30. But if you go into a music shop and you're a complete beginner that doesn't know about it at all, and you see this vast array of ukuleles, and some of them are £600 and some are £300 and some are £30, and you just don't have a clue as to why are those prices, which one should you start with, what size should you start with. What a brilliant opportunity to just go along to your local library, talk to people that already play, have these tuition groups that run for sort of 6 weeks, I think it is, while you borrow a ukulele and get your first kind of step into it. What a fantastic way of doing it. Ukulele clubs are also great for that, but they're also players that a lot of them can already play, and I know they welcome new players to come in and say it doesn't matter what your ability, you'll learn as you do it. It's still going to be nervous for people going to do that, and I think being able to go to your local library and borrow an instrument and just start at a slower pace with people that are also at that same thing with you, fantastic. So definitely I'd love to see that branched out across other libraries and across the country. I think I spoke to Tara today actually about this and some other stuff, but about this, and I think she said there's 8 schemes running now across the country in 8 different libraries. Well, you know, how fantastic. And if we can get those out to other places, brilliant. So that is it for this week. It's been quite a full week. I'm just seeing if there's any other comments that I should be reading out. Paul wants to go to Southport. Yeah, we'll send you to Southport, Paul. What a cool dude. You talking about me? Oh no, James. What a cool dude James is. I was just trying, while that was playing, I thought I would show you all. Now, let me just see if I can do this or not. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to give it a go. I thought I would just show you all what goes behind these live streams. Right, let me see if I can do this or not. I don't know if I can, but we're going to find out. Is that working? Is this picture going to come up? It's whirring. I've either crashed for live. Here we go. So this is our setup for the live stream, and you'll know, so we've got my laptop on the right there where I control everything from. I've then got an iPad that has our auto prompt and everything on there, and also our YouTube channel showing so that we can actually see that the live stream is working. we've now got a screen at the top there, so I can stop always looking down to my right when I'm supposed to be talking to camera. And most importantly, we have the bottle of rum on there as well, because can I go back to there? Oh, right, okay, hold on, let's turn that off. There we go. Because I'm not driving home tonight, because Bongo Boy said it took him 2 hours and something to do a 30-minute journey, and I live quite close to Bongo Boy. So I'm staying here. I've got my rum. I've been drinking it throughout the show, which might explain my behaviour. And that's the end of our live stream. And that's what goes into our live stream, all that kind of stuff. So it gets more and more technical the more we do. Couple of housekeeping bits. We've got Halloween coming up, which I love. And last year we did lots of Halloween things, and this year we're going to have a few for you as well. So we are going to do Spookalele Live, which we did Spookalele last year. Don't you remember? Me and Abby did it. We looked like zombies. Paul joined in as the weirdest looking witch that I've ever seen over Zoom. And so we're going to do something similar this year. Now that is going to be on Halloween, so 31st of October, and it will be at 4 p.m. It will be me, Abby, Bongo Boy, and hopefully Paul will be around. I don't know, because I've not asked him yet, but hopefully you might be around for that, Paul. 4 p.m. we are going to do a live show, about an hour. We're going to have some new band material in there. Hopefully we get that filmed in the next week or so. We will have something new musically in there where we're playing, and we're going to have lots of fun like we did last year. Lots of Halloween games going on. There will be some kind of giveaway, because there always is when we all get together and I go live and I get a bit carried away. So there will be something that you can win. Perhaps Halloween dare darts, where we throw the darts at something we shouldn't, maybe. I don't know. There'll be something in there. So Halloween on the 31st, and then be the normal live stream on the Friday as well, or the normal show on the Friday, I should say. Thank you for watching. I love doing these live, actually, just because I like interacting with the chat. We can't do it every week because it's a bit late, and we do like this time of night. It's quite nice. Next year we might go back to a series of afternoon live shows that we do a bit like we did last year, so that we intersperse it with the Friday shows. We'll see what happens. But thank you for watching. Bongo Boy says, is that my little monitor? No, I bought a new one, Bongo Boy, because you've lost yours and you've blamed us, but I think you've got it at home. So no, I haven't found yours yet. Stephen, good show. Enjoy the rum. I will do. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for watching. Good luck getting home. I'm not going home, John. I'm staying here for the night because it's very dark. There's no street lights around where we are. I've already lost my number plate in floods today. And so I'm going to leave it till tomorrow until I go home. And we will see you all next week at the same time, 9:30 Friday night, for another Friday show. Be me and Bongo Boy next week, and then the Halloween show, Abby will be back as well. So lots of fun coming up, and we will see you all soon. Stay safe, and see you next week.